failure scout.
Who
asked that one? About a failure scout.
Did you say a failure scout?
Yeah, what?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Where are you? Who said that?
Oh, they don't want to raise their hand. They're nervous about raising it. Oh, wait.
They're like,
back there?
once I've been, once you unleash Sailor Moon,
Yeah.
you've done it. You'll pay.
Someone else in the audience asked, have you all ever gotten hurt while voice acting?
I have. I actually got vocal nodules, which are like basically calluses on my vocal cords. And it was when I was actually doing Totally Spies, because Alex talked up here, so everything was all in my throat, because no matter what, singing, you could actually use your diaphragm, you could do all these things. But certain animation things, certain shows, you just can't. It doesn't matter how grounded you think you are, you're not. And so it was just ongoing, and we would do 3 episodes at a time sometimes, and that's like 6 hours in a booth, screaming at the top of your, like a really pitched voice. So yeah, that was me.
I worked on The Last of Us 2. I play a few militia characters, so if you played The Last of Us 2, you killed me a lot. So we had to do all of those death screams and getting your throat slit and drowning, and do 2-hour sessions, me and another actor, and just find a million ways to die. And they would make sessions shorter on purpose and have us with another actor, so they would minimize the throat ripping that would inevitably occur. But at the end of every session, we would be just totally shredded.
Yeah.
And that's, like she said, sometimes the job just calls for it. And when you're doing those death screams, you can scream safely sometimes for certain anime, but for certain projects, they're like, no, we gotta feel the pain, and that hurts.
And no amount of training is going to train your voice for that.
And there's no way to get back from that other than vocal rest. So you just know, I gotta be silent and wait for this to heal.
And my husband always goes, oh, you're injured?
I did one where I think it was Super Wide, and I was a pig. But not just a pig. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There we go.
Yeah, I was a ghost pig actually, and but they just wanted me to and do all those kind of pig noises. And it's okay to do that just a couple of times. Okay, do that, and start. Then I did that for over an hour, and it's so hard on your soft palate, you don't realize it because it's just sucking down your soft palate that by the end of it, I was actually spitting blood. And I was like, I think I have to take a break right now. And you're like, we're almost done, Linda. And I'm like, no, I think I'm done. Oh, just about killed me. And I got to do it again next month, and I'm like, oh God, I'm so scared.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that much. I'm sorry you had to go through that. So someone said, have you ever cosplayed as your own character? That's interesting. I mean, or dressed up. I mean,
I have red heels at home. I don't wear them that often, but I do have heels. But I'm 100 years old. I'm not going to dress as
no, you're not.
No, okay, not 100.
105. I'd rather 6.
But in my 20s, I would have 100% walked around as red. I had long black hair. Yeah, it was a thing.
I've never cosplayed as a character. I do have a couple cosplays at my house. One of them being, I went to Dragon Con and somebody made a denim vest that is Sailor Venus inspired. It was my size, and I was like, if you only have one, it's meant for me. So I was like, well, I'll build a punk rock Sailor Venus cosplay to go with this vest. And it's ready to go, I just haven't worn it yet.
Nice.
You do not want to see this body in a Sailor Moon outfit.
Oh, I think we both
I'm just
totally
saying.
rock it.
But it's very hard, I think, for us to get up the courage to do cosplay, because we see you guys and you're so incredible, and we want to do right by the characters and do right by you guys, so I'm always like, I'll leave the cosplay to the professionals.
Especially because a lot of people make their own, and it's so good. I don't think I'd want to do that again.
So someone actually asked, if you had a singular power, what would it be?
fire. I really don't know.
I could send like love and hearts and like make people happy all the time. Like that would be really, and like if people were sad, you just send them a little bit of love and comfort. Like that'd be a really great power to have.
I know this is the opposite of what you said, and you're a nice person and everything, but sometimes when I'm driving in traffic, this is
No,
for
I
real.
get you. I get that too.
I'm in traffic and I think, I don't want to kill anybody, but what I'd like to have is like a freeze power that I could move their car up, freeze, put them on a timeout, and then I can go, and then they come back down. Nobody would notice, but I'd get home. Yeah,
And
that's it.
if I could have any kind of power whatsoever, it would be to put myself to sleep at 2:30 in the morning when I wake up, and my eyes are wide awake, and I'm like,
So, Katie, you mentioned this earlier, that this was your very first voiceover series that you ever done.
Yeah, it was. Because I do on camera as well. So yeah, I was dating the original Tuxedo Mask in real life. Yeah, so Reno Romano was the original, and he was already Tuxedo Mask, and they hadn't found Sailor Mars. And I had, like I said, I really did look like her. I had long hair, and I was trained in Kung Fu, and it was Ray. And he said, you have to audition for this. And I was like, Reno, I don't know anything about voice. And I never looked back. It was my first show. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So a couple of people had asked if you had a chance to return to the series, would you?
yes.
Of course
Yes,
we
I
would. Yes, I'm gonna say
Yes.
yes. But Christina B is amazing too. Like I know how this all goes.
I still feel like there should be a way to get everybody on the show all together. Like, can we please?
I know. I feel like we should do.
It's just like I really cannot express to you guys how wonderfully embraced we felt this asked when we got to be involved, and that might not have been the case, but they were so lovely, and I was like, man, they truly are living embodiment of Sailor Moon and these characters. I mean, exactly. But I was like, they really, really are embodying the characters of Sailor Moon, and I'm like, there's got to be a way to get all of us in the same place at the same time, because it really feels like we're in this sisterhood and this family of Sailor Moon, and I feel so lucky to be a part of it and to be able to be embraced by these people. So let's get us all in something at the same time. Yes.
I was about to ask, how many of the Sailor Moon voices have been together that you've seen in,
Probably in that one time in LA.
Yeah, that's the closest. I've never met the other actresses who voiced Sailor Venus, so I would love to do that at some point, but I haven't gotten the opportunity. But I don't think that all of us have been in the same place at the same time.
Oh,
No, that would be really cool.
We weren't.
No,
We didn't get to see each other.
Yeah.
So was it crazy meeting each other for, one of your first conventions where you're like, oh, another Sailor Scout voice? Was it crazy being able to experience that?
Well, and when I first met Stephanie Shea, it was like literally going up on stage, and they're like, okay, and this is a new cast of Sailor Moon. It's like, there's a new cast?
Yeah, we didn't even know.
Yeah, it was so, we had no idea what was going on at all. It was such a crazy day. They just told us, show up, be sure to wear your color, and show up at this location at this day. And Amanda, who voices Sailor in the Viz version, that was the first time I met Amanda, and she goes, girl in orange, you must be with me. She was with green, and that was our intro, which I was like, that's a very Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Venus introduction. So yeah, we had no idea. It was such a weird whirlwind of a day.
And I was in a car accident. The guy driving, on the way over there, right before all of this craziness happened, and they were about to, send us on our way and introduce the new cast and everything. I was in a car accident with the guy driving me over. We got T-boned, and I bruised my ribs, and I was walking in, and I can't breathe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was horrible.
There was actually, can you pop up the questions really quickly? There was another question that came up that I liked, and I was going to run that one really quick once it's up. There we go. Have you ever slipped in a quote accidentally from the show into your normal conversations?
I should just start, in random places just start screaming crescent beam.
Yeah.
Or Venus love me change. Just in the middle of the bank or something.
I'm sure I've said many times, I think I had too much juice.
And I always say, Mars, celestial, fire, surround. That's all the time. Just flies out of my mouth.
Absolutely.
Well, ladies, it's been such an honor having you up here and being able to do this. And of course, they're going to be at their booths all day long, so that way you can go see them. But it's been an honor and a privilege, and really nice. Jesse, are you here? Jesse, I don't know if any of our photographers are here.
Jesse, is that you? Jesse?
Is he here?
No, he's asking questions.
No. Yes, he's not here. Okay, well, I guess we're not getting the photo. That's fine. All right, well, thank you so much. Give them one more